Welcome to this episode of Street Sense with me, Maxwell Mensah. You can call me Talent Man. On Street Sense, I share with you uncommon wisdom tips to help you succeed in your business, career, finances, or relationships. But on today's episode, I'm going to share with you 7 biggest time wasters you should avoid. 7 biggest time wasters you should avoid. But before I get into it, I want to remind you, kindly subscribe to my channel now, like this video, leave a comment for me, and share the video so others can get to learn what you've been learning on my channel all this while. So let's get into it. 7 biggest time wasters you should avoid. Look, we all have things we do that waste our time. We all do. I do. You do. Anyone who says you don't have time wasters, then you're lying to your own self. We all have things to do that are time wasters. And the best thing to do is to watch out and then learn or see how we can reduce the time we spend on these things, because these are things that sometimes we can't completely do without. Definitely we do them once in a while, but then we need to be mindful so that we cut down the time we spend on these things so that it doesn't become a waste. But before I get into it, I want to share this thing with you. I don't know whether to call it a poem or a recitation, whatever it is, but then it is something about time that is supposed to bring your minds to the importance of time, so you can get to learn how to value time. Mind you, whether you are rich or poor, whether you are young or old, whether you are sick or healthy, we all have 24 hours, and it's how well you use the 24 hours that will reflect in the results you see in your life. So listen to this. It says that if you want to know the value of 1 year, ask the students who failed the final exams. Do you know that feeling when you fail the final exams? You have to go and resit and wait for 1 more year. Now, if you want to know the value of 1 month, ask the mother of a premature baby. If you want to know the value of 1 week, ask the editor of the weekly magazine. You have to get content every week. You know how stressful that would be? If you want to know the value of 1 day, ask the daily wage earner who has 6 children and didn't get a job for a day. Just imagine. That is how valuable a day is. And if you want to know the value of 1 hour, ask the lovers who are waiting to meet each other. Hey, my younger brother. My younger brother. The value of 1 hour, when you're going to meet your lover, and it's just, you're going to see the person the next 1 hour. You know how uneasy it is. You know how, you are so excited, you just can't wait. You can't wait for the 1 hour to come. You're counting down 50 minutes, 40 minutes, 30, 20, 10, and you just can't wait for the time to move so fast so you get to see your lover. Now, if you want to know the value of 1 minute, ask the passenger who missed the plane or the flight. The plane or the train, sorry. The value of 1 minute. You think, 1 minute, yes, miss your plane and you miss your flight, and you will know how valuable 1 minute is. If you want to know the value of 1 second, ask the driver who survived the accident. The value of 1 second, just 1 second, could have led to your death or to your accident that would have left you cutting off your legs. The value of 1 second. And if you want to know the value of 1 millisecond, ask the Olympic silver medalist. The Olympic silver medalist. When you're in a race with Usain Bolt and you are just behind Usain Bolt and you could have passed him. You could have passed him if the 100 meters was extended to maybe 150 meters. You could have passed Usain Bolt. But because it is just 100 meters, so it is just 100 meters. After the 100 meters, even if you go and pass him, it won't matter. 1 millisecond. So you see, in this scenario, the value of 1 year, 1 month, 1 week, 1 day, 1 hour, 1 minute, 1 second, 1 millisecond, that should tell you how important time is, how important 1 millisecond is, 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week, 1 year is. So never undervalue your time. Don't think, I have more time, I have more time. Who told you you don't have more time? The minute you have now could be the last minute you have, or could be the best minute you have. So make the best use of every minute you have, every second you have, every millisecond you have, every hour, every month, every week, every month, every year. That is how valuable time is. So let's get into it. The things that are helping you to waste time, these are the things, and be mindful about them. First one, watching movies. Watching movies. And like I said earlier on, these are things that you can't completely do without. But I don't know, maybe there are people who don't watch movies entirely. They can go 1 whole year, 2 years, 3 years without watching movies. If there are people like that, Charlie, kudos to you. I salute you too much. And I wish I'd be like you, but no, I don't even wish to be like you, because I would definitely watch movies. So the thing is, you watch the movies, but cut down on the time you spend watching movies. Cut down on the time. Don't waste your time watching only movies. Every day I watch a movie. Every day watching movie. When you could have used that time to do other productive things. Mind you, if the time you spend watching movies is stealing away from the time you could have used to do other productive things, then it is a time waster. So watching movies is not bad, but if it is eating into the time you could have used to do other productive things, then it has become a time waster. So be mindful. The next thing, saying yes. If you are used to saying yes, someone invites you, let's go for a church program. Yes, okay, let's go. Let's go for a wedding. Yes, let's go. Let's go for a funeral. Yes, let's go. Birthday party. Yes, let's go. Go and escort me here. Yes, let's go. You are saying yes to everything. You are wasting your time. Mind you, it is not everything you're supposed to say yes to. It is not every invitation you should say yes to. It is not every invitation. It is not every invitation. No matter how important the person is, you shouldn't say yes to every invitation or every opportunity. There are some you should say no because you need time to do other things. So if you're always saying yes, you are wasting your time because the time you spent going to do those things you said yes to could have been used to do other important things or equally important things. Next thing, worrying. Worrying, the Bible even tells us, don't spend your day worrying. Instead of worrying, think about how you can do things better than worrying, because when you are worrying, worrying doesn't bring solution. Worrying rather steals from your joy. Worrying steals your time. It steals from the ideas you could have gotten. Instead of worrying, spend your time thinking about other things you can do, or the better way of getting out of your situation than worrying. No matter how much you worry, you can't add one single hair to the hair on your head. You can't. No matter how much you worry, you can't extend your life by one day. Worrying doesn't save anybody. So stop worrying. The more time you spend worrying, you are only wasting your own time. You're only stealing your own time and destroying your own future plans, because you could have spent the time you are using to worry to plan for a better future than to worry about the past. The past is in the past for a reason. So stop worrying about the past and rather spend that time to think and plan for the future. The next thing, perfectionism. Perfectionism. If you are someone who is a perfectionist, you want to get things prepared, you want things to be exactly how it's supposed to be. You just say in your scheme of doing things, you don't give room for error. You want things to be perfect, and so even when the thing is good enough, it's not okay for you. You want to go back and redo till you get the best out of everything. Well, it's good, but if you are too much of a perfectionist, you waste too much time. You waste too much time. There are things that you can let go and just allow it to go. It won't kill you. It won't destroy you. It won't kill the next person. If it's good enough, let it go. Forget about perfectionism. People who are perfectionists normally waste a lot of time, because what they could have used 1 hour to do, they will use 8 hours because they want to get the thing to be exactly the way they want it to be. Perfectionism is very, it's a way of being a time waster, or it steals your time. The next one that we all know about very well, procrastination. And as they say, procrastination is a thief of time. Hey, that's a time. Procrastination is a thief of time. Procrastination is a thief of time. The more you procrastinate, the more you are throwing away your time when you procrastinate, because something you could have done now, you are procrastinating. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week, I'll do it next month. Next month, the time will come and you procrastinate again. For someone like me, the thing I procrastinate on a lot is washing. I don't like washing. I don't like washing. I don't even know I'm telling you this, but I have to tell you. I also procrastinate when it comes to washing. So sometimes when I don't have time, then now I have to really go and do the thing just to get something to use for the next week or the next month or whatever it is. Procrastination, it is a thief of time. Stop procrastinating. If you're a procrastinator, you are someone who wastes your own time. The time you could have used to do productive things, you are procrastinating. And when you need the time, you don't have the time anymore. So stop procrastinating. The next thing, multitasking. Multitasking. And this one, let me hasten to say that there is a place for multitasking. There is a place for multitasking. There are times when you need to multitask. You need to be doing this while doing this at the same time, because there are things that don't clash. If the things don't clash, you can multitask. But if you want to do too many things at the same time, and the things are things that clash, and you know that A and B, if you try to do them at the same time, you will end up doing shoddy work with A and shoddy work with B. That is the harmful one you should avoid. The multitasking that destroys both of the things you are multitasking on, you should avoid those ones. But the multitasking that brings the best out of both situations, you can do those ones. So if you are someone who likes to multitask, try and stop, especially if there are things that they can't be done at the same time. You realize that when you're doing that, you tend to rather waste more time, because where you could have gotten things right, you will destroy the thing because you are trying to also focus here and focus here. It's trying to destroy both worlds. So multitasking is a time waster you need to watch out for. The last one, sleeping. 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 It is a serious time waster. It is a serious time waster. We all sleep, and I will never advise you not to sleep. We all sleep. But be mindful about your sleep. Always check your sleep. If you are sleeping more than usual, you are wasting your time. The 24 hours you have, others are sleeping for 8 hours and they are still making money. Others are sleeping for 2 hours and they are still making money. Others are sleeping for 8 hours, they're not making money. Others are sleeping for just 2 hours, they're not making money. It is not about the number of hours you spend to sleep, but it's about how productive your time is when you are awake. But no matter what it is, don't spend too much time sleeping. Don't spend too much time sleeping. There's a place where actually you have worked so much, you are so tired, you need to sleep. Go ahead and sleep. But don't waste time sleeping. Unless you want to build a career around sleeping, then that one there is up to you. If not, don't waste too much time sleeping. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Street Sense with me, Maxwell Mensah. As I keep saying, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can always get the updates anytime I upload new content. Thank you so much. And did I mention my name? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, my name is Maxwell Mensah. You know my name. I'm Talent Man. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next episode.